What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Social Club, where everyone has a voice, and welcome to the Social Club football event. 31 days, 31 videos. All August long, we're bringing you daily football content, from the NFL to college football and everything in between. Expect videos on Heisman frontrunners, NFL MVPs, bold predictions, hot takes, and more as we gear up for the new season. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a day of football content. We're building more than just content. We're building a community. So make sure to comment your thoughts below every video and let your voice be heard. Other than that, go ahead and pull up a chair, grab a plate, and let's talk football. Our main motto is everyone has a voice. And with that being said, we encourage all of you guys to comment your thoughts and really interact with us. And it's been great. And we really want to thank you guys for that. And part of the reason we want to do that is to actually build a community. It's one thing to make content, and it's really fun, but it's one thing to make content and not really respond to your audience. It's another thing for content to be a community-related activity where the audience really does have a say in what we're talking about, what we're doing on a weekly basis. So first of all, for everyone who has commented, I do want to thank you. And second, to extend that even further, not only have people commented, but we are allowing people to actually jump on our platform and create videos with us. So if that interests you and you want to be involved, definitely go to our Instagram, The Social Clubber, and DM us and let us know, like, hey, I have an idea. This is something that I want to do. We are a primarily sports channel, but a good idea is a good idea, so you never know. So if you guys have any ideas or want to be a part of this, just go ahead and DM us, and then let's talk about it and schedule out a time. But with that being said, I have a particular viewer here that decided to hop on, and he had some stuff to say. Apparently, we do not make enough Ravens content for him. So because of that, he was like, let me get on. You guys don't know what you're talking about. We got to talk about the Baltimore Ravens. So with that, I want to say welcome to our viewer, Greg the One.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
So to get us started, we were talking a little off air, and I know that you also make your own YouTube comments. So our YouTube channel and make your own content. So go ahead and let everyone know, like, what's your channel, where they can find you and everything like that.
Well, my YouTube channel is a lot of college football, NBA 2K, UFC content. It's called Talking with G. And if you're interested in sports, we do a ton of simulation videos. And you can find me on YouTube, Talking with G.
There you go, guys. So all of you guys right now, when you're done with this video, go ahead and show him some love. Subscribe to his channel. Check out some of his content. Actually, I'm challenging you guys. Go to his channel, go to one of his videos, and drop a comment in there. Full Social Club challenge right there. But other than that, we need to talk about this. I know you got a lot of things you want to say about the Baltimore Ravens. Lucky for you, they are a good team, so you do have a lot to talk about in a good way. But let's start off with the basics. Let's start off with free agency. Who did you guys pick up? Who are some guys that you drafted? Who are some second-year guys that you're really looking forward to? And give me a general idea of the makeup of this team this year.
Well, first off, free agency, we hit that huge. We signed DeAndre Hopkins, Jake Hummel from the Rams, Cooper Rush, amazing backup quarterback option, Chidobe Uzwe, or however you say his name, Joseph Noteboom, John Jenkins, Jair Alexander, and all that for under $20 million. And then some people we drafted, obviously, Malachi Starks, amazing safety out of Georgia. Mike Green, who fell to us super hard in the second round. Shout out to the Ravens for drafting him. Then Emory Jones from LSU. Pretty good tackle. People have mixed feelings about him. And then obviously we got our replacement option for Justin Tucker with Tyler Loop from Arizona, I think. And then Colorado receiver LaJohntay Wester. And then my favorite pick, Virginia Tech D tackle, a nice people. And that really sums it up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys did go crazy, and I gotta give credit where credit is due because it's one thing to add a bunch of people for, but for what you guys were able to spend to get those people was absolutely phenomenal. I do have to give you guys your credit on that. Um, I'm a very big fan of Lejante, so please take care of him. Amazing guy. I followed Colorado all year last year, and those were the receiving core was really the unsung heroes of that Colorado team because everyone was talking about, Hunter and Shador, of course, but that receiving core, I was like, dude, these guys are dangerous. Like these are some really great receivers. So that's great. I mean, I was a Lejante Webster for sure. That he's a great guy. But yeah, man, I think you guys did well. I don't think you guys did the best, but I think you guys did really well. What I will give you guys is I heavily defended when you guys got Derrick Henry, and a lot of people were against that pick. They did not think that would work out. They thought that he was washed. So I'm hoping it's a similar case with DeAndre Hopkins because I don't I just don't know how it's gonna go with him, to be real. I mean, everything is pointing to him being like two years out of being in the league. So I really don't know, but if anyone can revitalize a career, it's definitely Lamar Jackson. I mean, what that man did for gosh, who was that running? Oh, Mark Ingram. What that dude did for Mark Ingram. I mean, that was incredible. I have to give credit where credit was due because Mark Ingram was dead in the water before he got on the Ravens, and for him to get 1,000 yards in the season, I have to give props for that. But then speaking about your offense, I actually want to pinpoint on your offense here, and like obviously it's very clear the offense runs through Lamar Jackson. Lamar is going to be Lamar, of course, but what I'm curious of is I want to get your take on the offense, but more specifically, I want to know is there actually a point where this is going to be more of a throwing team? Because now Lamar does throw for 4,000. Let me be clear with that. But the Ravens' identity still isn't known for passing. They are a ground and pound team. They still have that identity. So I wonder, do you think this will actually be the year that they're going to spread out, run gun, or something like that to where they're really going to air the ball out?
I feel like with the signing of DeAndre Hopkins and obviously the drafting of LeJohntay Wester, and we have many depth pieces underneath that. You know, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, and especially my favorite, Isaiah Likely. We should be more of a passing team, but I feel like our identity is probably still going to be on the ground a little bit because, you know, Derrick Henry almost had a 2,000-yard season last year. Why wouldn't we slow him down this year?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Mark Andrews owes me some money. I want to make that very clear because I drafted Mark Andrews in fantasy last year, and it was a complete waste of my time. And it cost me a lot of money. All right. So I don't know if it's through you. I don't know if I'm supposed to contact Mark or something, but one of y'all owe me $100. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. You or him owe me $100 for that because what he did was absolutely disgraceful on that field. So Mark Andrews specifically, do you think this is his last ride, or do you think he's actually going to bounce back this year?
Well, first off, hey, Mark Andrews is the millionaire, not me. And then second off, Mark has been Lamar's primary target throughout his career. He's been there with Lamar throughout every year of his career, I'm pretty sure. And there's signs of Mark slowing down, but I feel like Lamar's going to want to keep Mark Andrews on the offense because he's such a reliable pass catcher. Just not on 2-point conversions.
Listen, Mark Andrews is like old Yeller. All right. He is a 12-year-old dog. You got good memories, but you know the writing's on the wall. Like one of these days, you're going to have to take him out back. You know it's coming. All right. So I'm just saying, don't let that happen in the field. Let him walk away with grace. All right. You got to talk to him in the offseason like, hey, listen, Mark, like, come on, man. It's over. Like, come on. But I guess the one thing that saves him is that, Isaiah Likely is definitely going to be a star. So having a 2 tight end system like that does cover him. And one thing I will give Mark, I mean, he can always block. I'll never take that away from him. He can block for sure. I want to ask you about your receiving core, specifically Rashad Bateman, with his big contract that he got signed. How do you see him stepping up in the offense this year?
I mean, as we've seen last year, Lamar loves to throw it deep to him. Once he gets that separation from the DB, Lamar chucks it downfield. And I feel like he's going to play a more crucial role in the offense because of the contract we just signed him to. And plus, Lamar loves to have that reliable pass catcher.
I came in here saying like, oh, I'm not a big Ravens fan. Like I know of them and all that stuff. I gotta say, I talked a lot of shit about them. I gotta be honest. Not even out of hate, just constructive criticism is what I've been giving that team because I would like them to actually win the championship because a lot of those guys are actually really likable people. I need to apologize to Rashad Bateman and all my friends, and a lot of you viewers are going to know 100% why, but for those of you who I don't know if I went on record with this. I definitely went in my group chat with my friends and said this, but I said that Rashad Bateman wouldn't be a receiver 4 on the Chicago Bears. Which I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm blatantly wrong in saying that. So I apologize to you, Greg. Rashad Bateman is a good receiver. He did earn that contract, and I apologize to the rest of Baltimore. I'll add that to the list of cities where I might not be invited, along with the entire state of Ohio. But with that being said, let's talk about the best part about your Ravens team, which is the defense, of course. And give me an idea of where you see this team going this year with all of these additions on defense.
Well, defensively, we added a lot of secondary help. Our Darius Washington, he went down with a ACL injury. He's out for the year, so we need to replace these guys. So we signed 2 corners. Jair Alexander, he's pretty reliable still. I mean, I feel like he can play his role nicely. He doesn't have to be this number 1 lockdown corner, and obviously we still have Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton. And then Nate Wiggins, he's an amazing CB2 who can lock down almost any receiver.
Yeah, I mean Nate Wiggins really stepped up last year. I was really interested in seeing that. But looking at your team on paper, Marlon Humphrey, Jair Alexander, which as long as he's healthy, he's a top corner in the league for sure. Kyle Hamilton, you drafted that safety from Georgia, I believe. I mean, I have to ask, in Ravens history, is this the best secondary you guys have ever had?
I mean, it's pretty close to, those 2000 teams where we had Ed Reed back there. It's really close to that.
Yeah, and let me be clear, no one's replacing Ed Reed. Ed Reed is in his own league. I'm just talking about as a core. Your DBs and secondary and safeties and all that stuff, and your nickel corners and all that. I definitely believe it's up there. Definitely believe. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but on paper, these guys look like the real deal for sure.
If we just stay healthy, obviously that's been a big part of the Ravens' either success or downfall is injuries.
Yeah, for sure. It's always weird because there's certain teams that are like way more prone to that than others. Ravens for sure. I think partially it's because of that ground and pound mentality. I think you guys practice inside run way too much in practice. You're getting your guys killed out there, but it's football. It is what it is, man. You're put up or shut up. That's why you're millionaires. But let's get to the most important part here. I want to go with the predictions here. Where do you see this team going? First, we'll do this one at a time. Just wins and losses. How do you see them doing in the regular season?
I'm not gonna lie. This team is loaded, and I realistically could see 15, 13, 14 wins, maybe even 16 if we play up to that level. I mean, the only losses I feel like we can lose, the only games we can lose is the Bills, Chiefs, Lions. Not many after that.
I was willing to let it rock when you said 13 wins, but no, I'm going to need you to stand on this because you flirted with 16 wins. So I want to know, do you think the Ravens are going undefeated this season?
I don't know. I mean, we have to go in the Arrowhead. You know how the Chiefs refs are. That's going to be always a tough battle against the Chiefs. And then, early week Josh Allen. You don't know how the Bills are going to play early in the season. We saw last season we blew them out 35-10 in the earlier part of the season. So.
Yeah, and then, beyond that, you got to look at your own division. Now, the Bengals are in complete disarray, but for some reason, they do know how to play you guys. So it's always a tough game with that. I'm interested in the Steelers team. I just don't know. I'm just on the fence with it yet. I don't know if this will actually come together. I think we've learned from teams like the Chargers, teams like the Jets and stuff that you could put a lot of really good names together, but that doesn't mean it's going to work.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure on what I'm going to get out of the Steelers team, but at the end of the day, Mike Tomlin's a good regular season coach. I can't take that away from him. So you guys are going to have your battles, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I think anywhere between that 12 to 13 win slot is actually very reasonable. I mean, defensively, you guys are going to stay in every single game. I can't imagine a game where you guys can actually get blown out. And then along with that, you have Lamar Jackson, which if you're a gambling man, you can bet on him winning the MVP or at least having a shot at it almost every single year at this point. I mean, his numbers are just off the chart. His numbers are so off the chart that people are just used to him being great. Yeah. Like last season, he didn't win the MVP. And what did he have? Like 40 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something like that? Something insane like that. It's like, and people really looked at that and it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe not. That's like any other year, any other league. Like, what are we talking about? It's insane. Well, actually, let me ask, do you think Lamar is getting another MVP this year?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be a little biased, but not too biased. Lamar has definitely stepped up in this Todd Monken offense. He won MVP with Greg Roman as his offensive coordinator in a run-heavy scheme. And now that he has the passing scheme that he loves, he could definitely pass for, 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns like he did last year, easily this year.
Do you think you guys are at least going to make it to the Super Bowl this year?
I mean, it all comes down to if we could beat the Chiefs in the playoffs and the Bills. The Bills and Chiefs have held us back almost every single year from making the Super Bowl. And if we could take down Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, then we could easily make it to the Super Bowl.
There's a lot of years you guys made it where I blamed Lamar Jackson for you guys losing. Last year was the only year where I didn't blame Lamar Jackson for why you guys lost, which is a good sign. But yeah, it's just one of those things. At some point, you guys just got to put it together, wherever it is. I mean, I don't mind you guys being a running team, but if it's not translating in the playoffs, then at some point you guys are just going to have to account for that and adjust. You know what I mean? I think you guys can. Again, there's nothing on that team that makes me think you can't make it to the Super Bowl. To be fair, I don't have you guys winning the Super Bowl this year because, I've seen the Philadelphia Eagles. This might be the most talented team in NFL history going into this year. I mean, this is just... Personally, I have the Eagles, but maybe that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, you guys have the talent to make it. It's really just putting it together. And I don't know if you guys really just need to stray away from that run game or double down. I really don't know. But something's got to give. It's way too talented of a team for you guys to at least not get a shot. So I'm hoping this is the year. And we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see what happens with that. I guess other than that, we can wrap this up since we've been talking a lot about the Ravens here, way more than I would usually like to. I gotta bring it back to the Bears, man. That's what we're about over here. But I do want to thank you 100% for hopping on. I mean, a lot of people comment and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about us, but it's a different type of respect to actually hop on the platform. It's like, I'm going to defend my point. I'm going to say something, right? So I really do appreciate that. And if you want, just, again, let everyone know where they can find you and, shout out your YouTube channel.
All right, y'all can find me at Talking with G on YouTube.com.
Talking with G, man. Hey, y'all better hop on there because I'm definitely hopping on there. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you, if this team starts falling down, you're going to hear from me in them comments. All right, well, for you guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, of course, and comment down below your thoughts. I want to hear, what is your prediction for the Ravens?